Yo, 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 what is up, my guys? What is up? What is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another edition of our watch along video. This time around, it's in the Champions League. This is one of the most exciting matches in the history of the Champions League. Because Chelsea Barcelona is always a very, very big game. Yes, guys, very, very big as far as European ambitions are concerned. In fact, these two teams had a very, very serious rivalry in the early 2010s into the early and mid the early 2000s into the early and mid 2010s. They're actually trading pound for pound, blow for blow, man. It's been a while since we've seen such an epic battle by any two teams, man. Because I remember the very, very first meeting, very big meeting was in 2005 when Jose Mourinho had joined Chelsea and then they met Barca in the round of 16. Chelsea lost the first leg 2-1, but in the second leg, they won it 4-2. In fact, it was one of the best ever Champions League games back in the day. Yes, when you had the likes of Samuel Eto'o, Ronaldinho, Frank Lampard, John Terry, Drogba, Gudjohnsen. That was an epic time for Chelsea. But let's hope that this game right here is gonna rekindle the rivalry that these two have had for the longest time, because we know that these two are serious rivals whenever it comes to the Champions League. Anyway, guys, that is as far as the introduction is concerned. Make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. If it's your first time here on the channel, do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, please make sure that you support the channel by liking the video. So both lineups are already out. So for Chelsea, no real surprises. In fact, you can more or less predict this Chelsea team. Have Sanchez in goal, Gusto, Fofana, Chaloba, and Cucurella in defense. Then, of course, James, club captain, and Caicedo, the two who will be the anchors in midfield. And then Enzo Fernandez as the number 10, Estevao on the right, Manle Garnacho on the left, and of course, Pedro Neto plays as a false nine. Yeah, today I think Maresca has opted to go with a false nine. In fact, that's a very pacey forward because Estevao, Garnacho, and Neto, very, very fast players. You clearly know what Maresca is thinking. He wants to hit Barca on the counter because Barca is the team that normally loves to keep the ball. So, whenever they keep the ball, they turn it over. I'm sure Chelsea will be right up there to see whether they can turn it over and go on the counter, because Barca do play a very, very high line. So as for Barcelona, also a bit surprises there. Have Garcia in goal, man like Kunde, Araujo, Kubasi, and Balde in defense. And today, for the first time, I think I've seen Barcelona play with 5 defenders. Ah, that's interesting. Yes, because number 23 is actually Eric Garcia. So I don't know why he's opting to play with 5 defenders. Maybe it's a bit of change of system, or maybe Garcia is gonna play as the 6, and maybe De Jong and Fermin Lopez are gonna play as the 2 8s just in front of him. But anyway, we will see how it goes. And then, of course, Lamine Yamal on the left, on the right rather, Ferran Torres on the left, and of course, Robert Lewandowski as the not false nine, but as the guy who's up front for them. So those are the two teams lineups for both sides. Let me see whether I can see who's on the bench for either team. I don't know who's on the bench, but I'm sure it's some. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge, man, is electric. You might actually think it's a Champions League final, man. Wow, I like it. I like it. It's because they are preparing the atmosphere, guys. They know what this game means, man. This is a huge game for both teams. Actually, this is round 5 of the Champions League league phase games. or if you prefer match day 5. So as far as the current table is concerned, Barca, or rather Bayern and Arsenal are top, followed by Inter, the only teams that have a 100% record, and then Man City, PSG, Newcastle, Madrid, and then Liverpool. So Chelsea and Barcelona are just close to each other in position 11 and 12. In fact, it's actually Barcelona who are in 11th position and Chelsea in 12th position. So whoever wins this game, of course, will move above the other. And actually, maybe hopefully they'll get into the automatic qualifying zone or slots. Yeah, so there are also other games taking place at the same time, guys. Also have Man City versus Bayer Leverkusen. Also have Villarreal versus Newcastle. So I also saw Bodo Glint playing. So let me get to the fixtures for you guys. Yeah, Borussia Dortmund versus Villarreal. Sorry, it was Villarreal. Napoli versus Karabakh. Slavia Prague versus Athletic Club. Bodo Glint versus Juventus. And of course, Marseille versus Newcastle. That's a very good game as well. But don't worry, guys, we're gonna keep you updated on across all the games that do take place today. So we are gonna make sure that you guys do not miss a single piece of action, either update of any games that are also taking place simultaneously. Earlier, Galatasaray lost to Union Saint-Gilloise, the debutants in the Champions League, 1-0. Then, of course, Benfica beat Ajax 2-0. So I think you can pretty much say that Ajax are out because that is Ajax. It actually their fifth loss this season. They have actually lost all their Champions League games, and have even scored a single goal. I don't think they have. I think they are. Yes, I told you they are rooted to the bottom of the table. They have actually scored one goal, so can pretty much say that Ajax Amsterdam are out of this year's Champions League. It's actually a fall from grace of this team, man. They used to be so good back in the day. The 3 times winners of this tournament, Ajax Amsterdam. I don't know what happened to them. Anyway, guys, also have in the chat a poll of today's game. Make sure you vote in the chat. Do let us know who you think is gonna win this game between Arsenal and sorry, why am I saying Arsenal? I'm obsessed with Arsenal. Between PSG, PSG, oh my god. I need some water, man. I seem to be concussed. Why am I saying my own things? Anyway, between Barcelona and Chelsea. Yeah, so games are just about to start across the other grounds. Are gonna be starting soon. So do not worry, guys. You are not gonna miss any single minute of all these games. As always, we're gonna keep you updated. Yes, and of course, do make sure, guys, that we do not give any fake scores. No fake scores in the chat, guys. No fake scores in the chat. But if you do get an early goal anywhere, do let us know so that at least we can update. Yes, man like Lamine Yamal, focus has been on him for such a long time, man. Ever since the European Championships last season, where you can actually say he carried Spain, or he played a very very big part in that fixture or in that tournament, because he was one of the players of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was one of the players of the tournament. Yeah. So anyway, at least Chelsea doing their last minute hurdle, just about to start. Chelsea doing their last minute hurdle. So let's see how they're gonna play this game. Also for Barcelona. So a very tricky game for them. I can't really say that we have a clear favorite in this game, but you're gonna wait and see. So game is just about to kick off. Chelsea, as always, in their usual all blue kits, while Barcelona in their changed kits of is this grey or what? Black shorts with their grey t-shirts, and we are off, guys. We are off. Chelsea will be kicking from left to right, while Barcelona will be kicking in the opposite direction. by Rhys James. This is Chaloba. Chaloba back to Cucurella. Cucurella back to Sanchez. Sanchez hoofs it forward. Cleared by Kubasi. Lewandowski was offside. Man like Enzo Maresca, head coach of Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, not many guys do say that doesn't have what it takes to take this Chelsea team to the next phase. But who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe just needs a bit of time. Remember that he actually came from the championship. In fact, 2 seasons ago, he was actually the manager of Leicester City that was promoted to the Premier League, and he was actually the manager, and they actually won the championship convincingly. A very huge margin at the very top. Hey man, Lewandowski, oh man, he stepped on his foot, man. Caicedo stepped on his foot. Oh, Chaloba. That seems to be painful. Anyway, guys, make sure that you guys are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. As always, it's your first time here on the channel. Do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, guys, keep voting in the chat. Yes, the polls are out there, so make sure you guys do vote. Let us know whom you think is gonna carry the day today. So this is Araujo. I said that Gusto picked up by Estevao. It's now Rhys James. James. Tackled by, was that Eric Garcia? Yeah, that was Eric Garcia. This guy, the former Man City player. Remember, this guy was a former Man City player like 4 or 5 seasons ago. But because he was unable to break into the starting lineup, eventually City had to let him go because he said, I cannot stay here and be an understudy to the likes of Laporte and Ruben Diaz, because back then, that is the guys that were there. Is Gusto, Estevao. Is that a goal kick? Corner. It's actually a corner. Nice play by Estevao. And Balde kept him at bay. He ensured that he was not beaten easily. The corner to Chelsea. To be taken by Estevao is Garnacho. Garnacho into the box. Oh, picked up by... Oh, goal! Enzo has the ball in the back of the net. But they said that Fofana had handled the ball. So, I don't know. Maybe they are gonna review that. Of course, they are gonna review that. I'd like to see what the outcome is of that VAR call. Let's see. They say that Fofana handled the ball, because Enzo was in the right place at the right time, man. Okay, it looked like it hit him on the chest. Oh, okay, so the ball hit him on the chest, and then it slid down to his arm. I think this is gonna be a goal, guys. This is going to be a goal. Is it? Oh no, no. I thought they would give it as a goal, but anyway, it has been disallowed. Barca got away with one there. They clearly got away with one. Yeah, so let me check. And the other scores across the grounds. Don't know whether there's any other goals that have gone in, but we're gonna keep you guys posted. Yes. Newcastle have already taken the lead. So Newcastle have already taken the lead against Marseille. Who has scored for Newcastle? Let me see. Harvey Barnes. So Harvey Barnes has scored for Newcastle. So it's Marseille. Oh, Ah, Ferran Torres, big chance. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, Torres, come on. You should do a whole lot better. Ah, Chelsea, of course, shooting themselves in the foot yet again. That high press for Barcelona worked well for them, but oh my God. I hope Ferran Torres doesn't come back to rue that missed chance. Because, man, the ball just kissed the side of the post, man. Ah, yeah, yeah. Chelsea were let off the hook. Chelsea were let off the hook. Yeah, so it's Marseille nil, Newcastle 1. So that's the current score of that game. In the other games, no goals yet. Also, remember, guys, I said earlier, Man City play Leverkusen. Uh, Dortmund play Villarreal, Napoli, Karabag, Slavia Prague, Athletic Club, rather, Bodo Glimt versus Juventus. And also tomorrow, guys, do not forget about tomorrow. One of the biggest games of this season's Champions League. Another very big game. Very, very. In fact, I'd say that's the biggest game of this season's Champions League so far. We're going to have not PSG, but Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. It's actually a top of the table clash. Both teams come into that game on the back of a 100% record in the Champions League. Yeah, Arsenal yet to concede in this season's Champions League. But actually, Bayern Munich are top because of scoring more goals. So they're actually top because of goal difference. So I'm sure we're going to cover that game tomorrow as well. Of course, you're going to have to cover that game. And regardless of what happens, guys, we are going to cover that game. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Yes, if it's your first time here on the Vinskey Valor YouTube channel, make sure that you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, do make sure you support the channel by liking the video. Yeah, Barca seem to want to play themselves out of trouble. Oh, that was a mistake by Barca. They are lucky. They got away with one there. They clearly got away with one. Young, fouled by Rhys James. It's Keita Balde. Keita Balde. This is Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. To no one in particular. In fact, this is a very big week for actually Chelsea and Arsenal. So this attack first. It's Garnacho loses out to Kunde. So it's a very big night, big week for both Chelsea and Arsenal. Of course, Chelsea are playing in this game. Arsenal do play tomorrow against Bayern. And then at the weekend on Sunday, it's gonna be not really a top of the table clash, but it's gonna be the game between Chelsea and Arsenal. They're gonna play each other on Sunday. Sunday the 30th of November. Yeah, so they play on Sunday. So Chelsea are currently Arsenal's biggest other closest rivals as far as the league is concerned. So you can actually call it a top of the table clash, even though Arsenal are like 6 points clear of Chelsea. But let's see how they're gonna fare on. But that's a story for another day. Let's see how they're gonna fare on that day. Yes. Is Kunde Basi, sorry, that's Araujo. Araujo back to Garcia, the goalkeeper, to Balde. Balde cuts inside, plays with De Jong. I don't even know why Barca started with Eric Garcia in midfield, the central defender, because he hasn't really gotten into the game, and I don't know whether he offers a passing option for Barcelona. This is Yamal. Yamal. This is Lewandowski. Blocked by Chaloba. The goalmouth scramble back there. Blocked by Garcia. Picked up by Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Neto with the foot in. Tries to get away for Kubasi. But the referee says that he was not fouled. So it's going to be a throw-in for Barcelona. Yeah, guys, make sure you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel, guys. Make sure you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If it's your first time here, of course, do all that wonderful stuff of liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And of course, if you are a returning subscriber, support the channel by liking the video. So far, are there any scores in the other games? No updated scores yet. No change in scorelines in the other games. So it's a bit of a quiet night, but of course we hope that things are gonna spring into life soon. Because honestly, don't expect the games to end that way. I'm sure there are gonna be goals in this game. I personally predict I don't say a score draw, but both teams to score, man, because both teams are not that good defensively. So both teams concede. But if I'm to call the result, I'd say Barcelona to win it. It's Fermin Lopez, Lewandowski. This is Ferran Torres. He leaves it for De Jong. This is Lamine Yamal. Skunde. Back to Garcia. Back to De Jong. To the box. Lewandowski. Oh, was he fouled? Was Fermin Lopez fouled? Was he fouled? It's nothing doing. Nothing. He missed the ball. Then he claims that Chaloba fouled him. Chaloba did not foul him. Chaloba did not foul the ninja, man. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. So, yes. You're returning subscriber as always. Do all that wonderful stuff. We appreciate your support. Never ever think that we take your support for granted. We appreciate your support. Sanchez picks up the ball. Poor pass from Yamal. Don't know what he was doing there. And it's picked up by Sanchez. Rolls it out to Chaloba. Cucurella back to Chaloba. Back with Sanchez. Sanchez finds Cucurella. Chaloba. They're not really going anywhere fast. James back to his goalkeeper. Supposed to go long. Yeah, of course. Barca had closed out all the passing lanes. It's picked up by Frankie de Jong into Fermin Lopez. The guy was coming in to replace Pedri, because Pedri is unavailable in this game. Easy. Let me check. I haven't even checked the bench. Don't know whether Pedri is unavailable or it was just dropped. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked both benches. Yeah, for both benches, we have Chelsea. For Chelsea, rather, we have Jorgensen. Fermin Lopez. Sanchez comes out and kicks the ball. Fermin Lopez looks hurt, man. Clearly he was hurt by Sanchez. And sometimes I wonder, why is it that outfield players never really get much protection against goalkeepers? Clearly Sanchez came out and clattered into Fermin Lopez, but apparently hasn't really been called as a foul. Is it a coming together or what? Hey, that was a high foot from Sanchez. As you know, Sanchez is a very, very tricky goalkeeper. I personally would not trust him. I do not trust this ninja at all. Yeah, he actually caught Fermin Lopez on the neck with his knee. Sheesh. That could have ended up badly for Fermin Lopez, but he seems to be okay. So for Chelsea, like I said, have Jorgensen in goal, Tosin, Badiashile, Delap, Gittens, Andrea Santos, João Pedro, Hato, Tyrick George, Achampong, Magui, called Magui or Magui, yes. And then, of course, Panuka Bonanote. For Barcelona, I have Szczesny in goal, Cohen, Rafinha is back, so is Rashford, Christensen, Casado, Gerard Martin, Dani Olmo, Banal, Dro Fernandez, and Bagali. Yes, so those are the two benches. So Enzo is offside. Enzo is offside, man. Caught offside, man. Anyway, guys, make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. As always, support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, it's your first time here, of course, do all that wonderful stuff. Frankie de Jong, Araujo, Kunde, Lamine Yamal. So Cucurella with the throw in for Chelsea. Lamine Yamal picks up the ball. He's now Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, nice tackle from Caicedo, man. What a tackle from man like Caicedo. Is Estevao. Estevao closed down. This guy, man. Hey, this Caicedo fella. For me, I'd say he's one of the, if not the best, central defensive midfielder in the world. In terms of tackling, recovery, and work rate. Because he's a never-present player for Chelsea. He does his job, gets on with his job very well. Knows how to sweep up just in front of the defense. At the same time, can also strike the ball because this season he has also chipped in with a few goals. I think he has like 4 goals, or I think 4 or 5 goals. So that is what you want from a midfielder. A CDM who can both tackle, protect his defense, and at the same time score. This Gusto! Garcia with a wonderful starting position. Hoofs the ball clear. By Pedro Neto. Come on, that was no foul. Was that a foul? Yep, foul. I told you, this Barcelona high line just needs a very, very pacey team to pick them off. Because high line, man, it's like they're always defending from the halfway line, never the opposition team has the ball. This is a Garnacho coming forward. Post back by Garcia. Garnacho into Cucurella. All the way back into their defensive half. Is picked up by Sanchez. Now Reece James. James on the turn. Finds Fofana. Glad he's back because the player that Chelsea had clearly missed. Had several injuries. Contend with. But at least he seems to be back. Caicedo picks up the ball. Is now Rhys James. Rhys James press play to the far side. Gusto back with James. Nice play by Fafana. Chaloba, Caicedo, James. Nice play from Chelsea. Keeping the ball well. Estevao to the far side. Yeah, good. Also saw that pass. Garnacho fouled by, was that Kunde? Yes, fouled by Kunde. So it's gonna be a foul for Chelsea. Rather, free kick for Chelsea. Free kick for Chelsea. Still no scores in the other games, guys. Other than the Marseille Newcastle game, the other games are also at 0-0. So not much to update you guys on right now. So, but anyway, as always, guys, do make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If it's your first time here on the channel, do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. For any returning subscriber, do make sure that you support the channel by liking the video. It's gonna be a free kick to Chelsea, as stated earlier. James or Estevao, who's gonna take it? Let's see. Let's see who's gonna take this free kick. I think it's gonna be James. It looks like it's gonna be James. Because they prefer the in-swinger. James leave it for Estevao. Estevao. Wonderful cross! Oh, goal! Offside again. Another disallowed goal by Enzo, man. Yeah. Yeah, he seems to have been offside, yeah? I think he was offside, yeah? But when the ball was played in, he was onside. Yep. When the ball was played in, he was onside. I think this goal is gonna stand. This goal is going to stand. He was right. He told the assistant referee, I ran from an onside position. So, they had better review that. Because Fofana did not touch the ball. So the ball actually went over him. Then it went all the way to Enzo. Enzo headed the ball into the net. This goal is going to stand. In fact, even when Caicedo flicked the ball, if he did flick the ball, Enzo was still onside. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's actually Caicedo that was onside, or offside. So that is the one that they were looking at, because if it was, if they're actually basing it on Enzo, Enzo was clearly onside. Enzo was onside. Yeah. 2 disallowed goals for Chelsea, man. Oh, man. He's Estevao, Pedro Neto, over the bar. Come on. My arms were up, man. I'd already celebrated that goal. Come on, Pedro Neto. I told you, this highline from Barcelona, they're gonna get picked off. Ah, come on, Pedro Neto. Try and curve that ball, Try and just curl it, on the top corner. Make sure you work your right foot, man. Yeah, I know you're left-footed, but at least you should also work your right foot. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. What the heck was Caicedo doing there? Anyway, guys, make sure you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If it's your first time here on the channel, do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, support the channel by liking the video. Of course, do all that wonderful stuff. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed for more of such sports-related watch-alongs. Yes. This is Garcia, the goalkeeper, into Balde. Balde. Nice tackle from Gusto. Picked up by Estevao. Estevao dancing feet. Enzo into Garnacho. Ah, poor cross, man. This is Enzo. Ah, nice block from Ferran Torres. Recycled by Chelsea. Is now for Fana. Estevao into Gusto. Come on, Gusto. I think you can say that the formation, the system in which Chelsea do play, you can see a lot of similarities to the one that is played with Arsenal because especially now with the all inverted fullback thing, because always Gusto is the one who's always inverting, and then of course Carella is the one who's always tucking in as the extra centre back whenever Chelsea are building up play. This is Estevao. This is Estevao into Garnacho into the box. Garnacho. Enzo! Over the bar. It's out for a corner. A period of pressure from Chelsea. Eh? They currently have Barcelona pegged back. Enzo. It was a poor attempt of a shot, but I think Araujo thought the ball was going, so he had to intercept it. Here's Garnacho. Cucurella into the box. Cucurella! Goal! Chelsea 1-0, man. This goal was clearly coming. Chelsea were on the ascendancy, man. Own goal for Eric Garcia. The guy from was actually bought from Barcelona, from Man City. So it's 1-0 to Chelsea, guys. 1-0 to Chelsea. It's actually an own goal, guys. It's actually an own goal. Is Cucurella offside? Ah, man. Another disallowed goal, man. It's gonna be disallowed. It's gonna be disallowed. Cucurella was on an offside position, eh? That's the third goal that's gonna be disallowed in this game. How many disallowed goals do Chelsea want? Eh? Actually, it was an own goal by Kunde. The last touch was off Kunde, eh? It's gonna be disallowed. Let me even just change the score back. Yeah, Kunde was the one who was put the ball into his own net. Oh, it's actually confirmed. Oh, it has been confirmed, guys. It has been confirmed. So let me just change it back. I actually thought Cucurella was offside. I actually thought Cucurella was in an offside position, but no. So it's actually on goal for Kunde. Puts the ball into his own net. I don't know why they are confused there. They seem to be confused, but I don't know why they are behaving like if they are concussed. Anyway, Chelsea have taken the lead, guys. So Chelsea leading 1-0. Chelsea leading 1-0. Yeah, hey, it's Barcelona high line, man. This is Enzo, the run forward. Enzo finds Garnacho. This is Gusto. James over the bar. Yeah. Chelsea are turning on their style, man. Yeah. Chelsea, they have Barcelona paved back, man. Yeah. I clearly did not see this coming. I did not see this coming, guys. Yeah. So, another scores. Leverkusen have taken the lead against Man City. So, it's Man City 0, Leverkusen 1. Goal has been scored by Grimaldo. So, So it's Man City. Yeah, so Leverkusen have taken the lead against Man City, and so have also another updated score. Oh, let me see. Let me just use this one. At least now the goals are. Yeah, at least the games are. The goals are beginning now to go in. So also, Bodo Glimt have taken the lead against Juventus. So Bodo Glimt 1, Juventus 0. So it's Bodo Glimt, Juventus. That goal seems to have revitalized Chelsea. That goal seems to have made Chelsea go up a gear. Oh, what's wrong? Arao, is there a yellow card for Arao or what? What's he appealing for? Yeah, Arao has been given a yellow card. For what? For his appeal or what? Yeah, so Bodo Glimt have taken the lead against Juventus, Chelsea leading Barcelona, City losing against Leverkusen, and of course Marseille down a goal to nil against Newcastle. So guys, do make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, Chelsea seem to have settled very well into the game. They capitalized on some very poor passage of play from Barcelona. Because Barca had kept the ball well, but then of course they started becoming a bit sloppy. So Chelsea started to take advantage. In fact, the last 5 to 7 minutes has been the best period for Chelsea. And as you know, they say whenever you're on the ascendancy, do make sure that you get a goal. This Caicedo, wonderful tackle by Fermin Lopez. Back with Fofana. Is Caicedo. Ball is not going to get through to Estevao. Lovely idea, though. Lovely idea. Lovely idea. It is Keita Balde through the middle. Keita Balde. This is Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Lamine Yamal. Team effort. In fact, I'd even forgotten Lamine Yamal was playing in this game. Been so quiet ever since the early running from Barcelona. Like they have just retreated back into their shell, man. And Chelsea have become stronger and stronger. Plus, I need to stop playing this ridiculous highline, man. If you actually get a decent side, they might actually get thrashed. Even 5 or 6. He's Estevao coming forward. Well tackled by Ferran. Oh, turned over. Pedro Neto. Garnacho! Is that offside? Yep, that was offside, man. Garnacho was in an offside position. Hey, that was a tight call, man. That was a tight call. Let me see, have a look at that replay. Let me see whether Cucurella was in an offside position. Oh my God. He was kept onside by the heel of who? Was it Araujo? Who was it? He was kept onside by someone's heel, man. That's why sometimes we love this semi-automated VAR, because it has actually come to fix a lot of problems, even though still has a lot of mistakes. Is Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal. Well defended by Cucurella. It's a goal kick to Chelsea. Well defended by Cucurella, man. Kept his eye on the ball and he ensured that Yamal would actually just go onto his weaker foot, but Yamal was unable to cut back onto his left foot, and Cucurella put in a very, very decent tackle. So Barca needs clearly to fix up. The past 15 minutes for Barca, they have been so poor. In fact, that goal from Chelsea is their only shot on target. They've had 7 shots on goal, but only 1 shot on target. Yamal gives the ball away to Cucurella, picked up by Garnacho, tackled by Yamal, so it's gonna be a throw-in for Chelsea. Hey, Lamine Yamal, man. You guys need to fix up. ASAP, Barca, you need to fix up. I don't know what's going on, but ever since the early running in the first 20 minutes, Chelsea have clearly turned the tide on them, man. They have turned the tables. It's now Barca who are on the defensive. And rarely do we say that of a Barcelona team, Rarely do we see a Barcelona team that has been pegged back. But today they have been pegged back by Chelsea. All that early running came amounted to nothing, I thought because they had maybe a world-class striker like Lewandowski that they'll trouble Chelsea. But it's like today, I've been unable to get to feed him the ball. But like I said, maybe it's because also they are a bit short in midfield because, like I said, they have 5 defenders on the pitch. They have Garcia, Araujo, Kunde, Kubasi, and who? Itabaldi. So I don't know why they're coming to with 5 defenders, because this Garcia fella, guy who's playing in midfield, is clearly lost. You can clearly see he's not playing in his usual position. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but maybe they're gonna change things up at halftime. Because like I said, there's no Pedri today. There's no Gavi as well. So they had better fix up fast. They had better fix their stuff fast. Is Cucurella coming forward? Cucurella is now Garnacho. Is it back to Chaloba? Accepted by Kunde. So picked up by Dion. Is Famin Lopez. A lot of green grass to run onto. Wonderful tackle from Gusto. Wonderful tackle. Chelsea, it's like every time Barcelona attacks, it seems as if they are being counter-attacked, man. Pedro Neto, he has been impressive form for Chelsea. Garnacho into the box. Post out of the box. Picked up by Cucurella. It's now Enzo. Enzo, come on. Stay on side, man. You can clearly see across the line. Come on, Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, he was offside. He was in an offside position. Yeah, but this position actually favors Enzo, because as you know, Enzo is more of an 8. He's not really a 10, he's more of an 8. Box to box, because he loves arriving late in the box. That's gonna be a yellow card for Gusto. That's very unnecessary. That is very unnecessary from Gusto. He's clearly holding on to Balde. Very unnecessary. Because it's not like they had a one shot or a main shot in their defensive half, but I call that an unnecessary yellow card, man. Because a number of times Balde has been in a similar position, why he has made that run, but it has all come to nothing. So That's why I said it's quite unnecessary for Gusto to take a yellow card, pick up the yellow card. Because today Kunde, not Kunde, Balde has been finding himself driving through the Chelsea defense. Sorry, through the Chelsea midfield, but unfortunately, unable to find the final ball. Huh? Kunde. Yeah. It was a wonderful flick from Neto. I don't know what Ferran Torres and Kunde are doing back there. Honestly, I do not know what they were doing back there. So that was very unnecessary of them. Two of them on the line, they can't even defend that. Like they have lost track of where the ball was. Are there any updated scores? No updated scores. Games are still as they were. Keita Balde, nice play by Balde. Gets away from both Pedro Neto and Esteval. So this is Rauho. Garcia, the goalkeeper. Back with Kubasi. Basi into Keita Balde. Is Kubasi. Kubasi kicks it long. Looking for Fermin Lopez. Is not going to get it. But Chelsea have managed the pressure well ever since Cole Palmer was injured. Seems like they've actually played decent without him. It's actually a good thing. What you want to see, eh? Foul by Lewandowski on Chaloba. Yeah, that was a foul, Lewandowski. That was clearly a foul. Yeah, that's a frustrated striker. You see a striker pushing his opponents like that, you know that he's clearly frustrated. Man like Rashford, he has a very wonderful, impressive record against Chelsea, but that was for United. I don't know, maybe he's gonna be utilized as a super sub, a sub in the second half because at least they also have Rafinha back. It's a good thing because Rafinha has also been out for several weeks. Nice play by Cucurella. Was he fouled? But Araujo is off. Araujo is off. It's a red card for Araujo. Yep. Barca are down to 10 men. You see what I keep talking about unnecessary yellow cards? The yellow card that he picked up earlier was quite unnecessary because he was just complaining about the decision that the referee has made. Now, when he needs to make a tackle, he picks up a yellow card. Unfortunately, it becomes a second yellow card, and he's off. Barca are down to 10 men. Barca are now down to 10 men. Maybe it's just a question of how many Chelsea can score now. Just like that, man. The game gotten away from Barcelona. Yeah, it was a poor tackle. Yeah, that's clearly a yellow card. The referee had no option but to give him a second yellow card. Because if he had not been booked, I'm sure he would have been booked for that challenge. But since he was already on a yellow card, that means that he takes an early bath. He takes an early bath back to the dressing room, man. So he's gonna watch the game from the dressing room. Just went from bad to worse for Barcelona. Already down a goal, now they are down to 10 men. And it's a free kick to Chelsea. So Chelsea better make sure they work on their goal difference. They can work on their goal difference in this game if they want to, yeah? And you're gonna have 2 minutes of stoppage time. So 2 minutes of stoppage time. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Don't know what Barca are gonna do with this, but let's see. Hope they are going to keep the score down. Fernandez, Caicedo looking for Garnacho. Garnacho, did he keep it in? He did. This is Cucurella. Lamine Yamal steals the ball back from him. Yeah, so I was saying it's now a question of how many goals Chelsea can score now, because it's clearly gotten away from Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona. Give me a second, guy. Let me adjust something here. Yeah. Yeah, good. Good, good, good. Sanchez picks up the ball. Now play to Gusto. Chelsea almost turned over the ball. Gusto the ball forward into Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto unable to get away from Kubasi. Yeah, Barca, as you say, they are, they are not in any way gonna abandon their DNA. You know, their DNA is my friend, we do not in any way abandon our high line. That is how they are playing today. That is how they always play. Even though they are down to 10 men, they still play with the high line. That's why if maybe they had met a team that knows how to counter attack, they'd even be down by 3 clear goals. Anyway, that's halftime, guys. It is halftime. Halftime in the game between Chelsea and Barcelona. I'm sure you guys are gonna change your predictions in the chat. And the other games also at halftime. Let me check. Yep, Man City's game still is now halftime. They're still losing to Leverkusen, still 1-0. Marseille still losing to Newcastle as well. Slavia Prague, Athletic Club still 0-0. Of course, Napoli, Karabag 0-0 as well. So see whether I can get a sneak peek of that Newcastle Marseille game. What's going on? I don't know why. Marseille, it seems to have, may have lost their way of lately. They might have lost their way, man. Yeah, their coach is called Roberto De Zerbi. De Zebri. De Zebri, I call him De Zebri. Anthony Gordon, he should have buried that chance. I don't know what he was doing there. Why was he trying to dummy the goalkeeper? Gordon. Then now you want to finish it after the chance is gone. When you had the chance of shooting, you did not shoot. Ah, man. Got another chance of extending Newcastle's lead to 2-0, but he missed. So all the games are now officially at halftime, except for the Dortmund Villarreal game. Did they have a bit of stoppage? I don't know. Let me check whether stoppage time. No, didn't have a lot of stoppage time. Just that maybe the game started late. Sometimes games do start late. Yeah, I know. They're normally supposed to tell at the top of the hour, 300, but sometimes they do start late. Corner for Dortmund. Gurasi, go! Wow. I just tuned into this game and Dortmund have scored. Wow. I just came across to watch this game and just like that, Dortmund have taken the lead. So it's Dortmund 1, Villarreal 0. Goal has been scored by Gurasi. The Guinean, is it Guinean? Yeah, Guinean. Is it Guinean? Yes, Guinean. Center forward, free header. One of the easiest goals that he'd ever score, man. One of the easiest goals that he'll ever score. I'm surprised that these Villarreal players are appealing for a handball, and clearly the ball struck. Who was this? Who was this? Struck him in the his thigh, upper thigh. But I don't know why they're appealing for handball. Niko Kovac. It's a bit of a lengthy delay here as they wait for VAR to either confirm the goal or choke it off. Anton, they say Anton might have handled the ball. Did he? Oh, okay. Okay, that's tricky, man. That is quite tricky. I don't know whether they're gonna give that goal or whether they're gonna disallow it, but I don't know. It's quite tricky. My football life is so disappointing. Why? Why is it disappointing, man? Is it because of Barca and Liverpool? Goal stands, man. Goal stands. Goal stands. So the Dortmund goal that was called by Gurasi has been upheld. So it's 1-0 to Dortmund. 1-0, man. I honestly thought that they were going to disallow it, but it's a 50-50 call. Because his arms were down here. His arms were down here. And then he handled I think the ball more or less when he hit his thigh and then flew into his left hand. And at the end of the day, sometimes I wonder, how do you, if maybe you are to disallow that goal, how would you classify it as? Because their hands are clearly here. Actually, because you see, when you are going low to try and head the ball, whenever you lean forward, your arms are now, you can't like lean forward and your arms are behind you like this. Your arms are normally down because you want to definitely have more agility and balance. So, of course, your hands are going to be in a natural position where they're actually close to your body. So, if the ball does hit your thigh and then it ricochets to your hand, then you can't really disallow that. Or rather, say that that's bad because that is not deliberate handball because the arms are actually tucked into his body. Actually, if the arms were extended like this, and maybe the player flicked the ball like this, then maybe you'd say that is wrong. Of course, you don't allow that. But the arms are tucked close to his body, man. It's like when somebody was, if maybe a defender in the box, uh whenever now he's facing a shot from a striker or from a midfielder, and then his arms are behind his back like this, and then or rather be tucked close to his body like this, and then the ball hits him here on the upper arm or maybe somewhere down here. You're not gonna give it as a penalty because the arms are tucked closer to his body. Because the rule says that if you extend your arms out wide and make your body big, and then the ball strikes you in the part that is in any legal part, or the part that is not supposed to, no, is considered illegal. Now in this case, this part here, because whenever the ball hits you in the upper arm, it's okay. So, but whenever the ball hits you, maybe around from your elbow going down, it's normally deemed as handball. So anyway, I'm sure they're gonna have a discussion at half time, but honestly, that should not merit such a huge discussion because at the end of the day, nah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be disallowing such goals. What a disappointment from Barcelona's captain. Yeah, yeah, as I was saying earlier, my issue with that is he picked up an unnecessary yellow card right around the halfway stage of the first half just because of arguing. But see, sometimes whenever you pick up these yellow cards early on, you do not know what the other game has in store for you. So you can't just be going and picking up early yellow cards or rather unnecessary yellow cards, and you clearly know that still have the entire game to go. So that's why for me, I say it's very, very unnecessary that he actually got a second yellow card, because the first one should never have been a yellow card in the first place, as far as it's concerned, because it was completely unnecessary. That is what we call unnecessary yellow cards. Anyway, Barca are gonna be making changes. I'm sure Rashford and Rafinha are gonna be coming on. I think Ferran Torres and who? Maybe Ferran Torres and who are gonna come off? I think Ferran Torres gonna come off. Lamil Yamal is never taken off. So I think Rafinha is gonna come on. Actually, but I think they're gonna start Rashford. They're gonna bring Rashford instead, because it's way easier for Rashford to cut in onto his right foot now when he's playing on the left. So that is actually his best position. But for Rafinha likes to play on the right, cutting onto his left, but you already have Lamine Yamal on that far end. So, and I'm sure they're not going to take their star boy out. They are not going to remove their star boy. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, it's your first time on the channel, do make sure you support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. For any returning subscriber, do make sure that you support the channel by liking the video. Should be sold. He has cost Barcelona lots of games. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're the one who's telling me, because I can't really say that I've been following Barcelona games. I can't really say that that's true or false, because I don't want to comment on something that have got no opinion on. But I'm sure since they're your team, you watch them closely. But I don't know. I don't know. How many mistakes has he made? Maybe you can enlighten us in the chat. Do let us know. How many goals has he cost you guys this season? Because I know the preferred pairing is normally Garcia and Kubasi. It's not Araujo. Araujo is actually on the bench for several games. But I don't know why they had to play Garcia out of position just to accommodate Araujo. Didn't make sense. Did not make sense. Fact, let me see whether I can get a few. Let me check on a few halftime stats game of all the games, because I don't know what's up with Man City. City are playing poorly. They're just keeping the ball, but they're not creating chances. They've only created 5 shots, 1 shot on target. What is the lineup from City? Trafford. Oh, okay. He's actually playing a second string team. Why? Why is he doing that? Why is City playing a second string team? Well, the starting lineup for City is quite questionable. I've got Trafford, then Aitnuri, Ake, Stones, and Kusanov. Kusanov is now playing. Actually, it's Lewis who's playing as a right back. Kusanov in midfield. Kusanov and Nico Gonzalez. Then Reinders in front of them. Oscar Bob on the right. Savinho on the left, and Mamouche as a centre forward. So they've actually rested their starting line, whether they are starters, because as far as that lineup is concerned, I think the only starter there is Rangers, and Rangers nowadays does not really start. But anyway, I hope that I'll be able to turn it around. I can see that Oscar, they've actually made 3 changes before the start of the second half. They're actually making 3 changes, so O'Reilly, Phil Foden, and Doku are coming on. So I'm sure they are now going all gung ho. Huh? They are going gung ho. Said Araujo during PSG 2024 and 2025. Oh, he did. Oh yeah, the PSG game this season. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember doing that game as well. Yeah, the one that was played at Camp Nou. The one where Barca lost 2-1. That was actually a wonderful game by the way. Hey, but yeah, PSG clearly dominated Barca in that game. Hey, PSG were relentless in that game. You can clearly see why they are the champs. So halftime subs, Doku, Riley, and Foden have come on for City to replace Oscar Bob, who's also been replaced. Have replaced Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis, and Aitnuri. Aitnuri is finding it hard to adjust to life at just to life at Man City. But the injury clearly did not help his cause because he got, as soon as he signed for them, he played a couple of games. In fact, he was a starting left back. Then he got injured. Then O'Reilly was thrown into the mix, and O'Reilly has actually played well. O'Reilly has played well for Man City. And that is why O'Reilly is now the official starting left back for Manchester City. They bought Atinori to be the starter, but unfortunately, he has already lost his place to yeah. So Rashford is coming on. I don't know whom he has replaced. Let me see whom he has replaced. So Rashford has come on for Ferran Torres. So Ferran Torres is off. Rashford is on. So Rashford has come on to replace Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Yeah. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Just about ready to start the second half. So, yep. We are off for the second half. Garcia is now playing as a center back because Arao is off. It's Caicedo. Caicedo, no foul on Caicedo. Actually, they brought it back. So actually, it was a foul on him. Foul on Caicedo. And the other games also resumed. I'm sure they have. So the other games have also resumed for the second half. Sure, Man City are gonna go all out now. You had better not lose that game. Because, see, the same way they say winning is a habit, losing is a habit as well. You're gonna rotate your entire team to make sure that you avoid defeat. Because if you lose, it might actually trigger a very poor run of form. Enzo Fernandez. He is playing his heart out. Was a foul by De Jong. A free kick to Chelsea to be taken by Reece James. James is over the free kick. Caicedo back to Reece James. Estevao. Estevao. Oh, Santos also came on in place of who? I had not even noticed that, man. Who actually came on for other came off for Santos? Oh, so Malo Gusto was taken off. So it's Malo Gusto who was taken off. So Malo Gusto was taken off. Then Andrea Santos came on. Can see Enzo representing. Yep, he's representing his club very well, man. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo representing his club very well. He's not gonna get to that pass clearly. So where is Gusto? That means James is gonna play as a left back. Oh, right back, right back. So anyway, Caicedo loses out. Lewandowski look trying to get Rashford picked up by James. This highline from Barcelona, man. These guys, they are so gang ho, man. So gang ho. And it's good if it works out. But at the same time, if it does not work out, you might be in serious, serious trouble. Because if you do play the high line, and then you get away with it, don't concede more goals, well, it might work. But at the same time, if you play a high line, especially when you're with 10 men, it's going to be peak. Garnacho to the box. Santos, go! What? Another disallowed goal. Are you serious, man? He's getting annoying now. Hey, yeah, okay, so he was offside. He was offside, man. Wonderful run from Garnacho. Santos, it was actually a poor save from Garcia. He is lucky that the referee's whistle has let him off the hook. Estevao to the box. So many ricochets, man. Lopez, Lamine Yamal loses out to Cucurella. Cucurella, did he foul him? Nah, no, come on. He did not foul the ninja, man. He did not foul the ninja, man. It's a yellow card for Cucurella, man. Yellow card for Cucurella. Even Maresca has been booked, man. So Enzo has picked up Cucurella has picked up a yellow card. So has Enzo Maresca. Yamal back to Garcia. Garcia to his compatriot, the goalkeeper. Namesake Garcia. Young keeps the ball well, fouled by Enzo. Is Rashford. Chelsea had switched off, man. The heck was Rashford? What kind of pass was that? Nice play from James, man. Yeah, Chelsea doing the Olays, man. Caicedo, come on. Better pass, man. Come on. You're in promising positions, man. Don't just give a very mediocre pass. By James. This is Santos, Enzo, Caicedo, Neto. Play with Garnacho, thank you. Garnacho forces a corner off. Kunde. So, Barca have been unable to cope with Chelsea at the moment. Yes, of course they are going to be unable to cope with them because they're down to 10 men, man. Yeah. City have considered a second goal. So, it's City nil, Bayer Leverkusen 2. My goodness. Yeah. Anyway, James into the box. Cleared by Kubasi. Isako by Garnacho. Nice play by Garnacho. Yeah, and also Marseille have turned the game on its head against Newcastle. So Marseille are now currently leading Newcastle 2-1. An updated score line. Yeah, Bodo Glint have also considered a goal against Juventus. So it's 1-1 between Bodo Glint and Juventus. Estevao! Goal! What a goal, man! You bury those right up there. Rooftop. Keeper gets no chance, man. Has no chance as well. Yeah. What a goal, man. What a shot. He buries that shot, man, well into the roof of the net on his weaker foot. Yay! This boy is impressive, man. I like this guy, man. I like this guy. He's my favorite guy at Chelsea at the moment. He is my favorite guy. Yeah, Barcelona, of course, victims of their own downfall, man. Very casual play from them. Then Esteva one-on-one with Kubasi also got away from Keita Balde. Then he was able to muscle himself away from Balde. Then unleashed a venomous shot into the roof of the net. In fact, as soon as the keeper was diving, the ball had already passed him. Keeper clearly had no chance. No chance. 2-0 to Chelsea. 2-0. Game's over, man. As far as Barca are concerned, this game's over, man. I've not even updated the scoreline, man, because of the excitement. I've not even updated the scoreline, man. Yeah, so goal has been scored by Estevao. Estevao. Been inspired, but you know what? There's something I'm gonna big up Maresca. He has managed this boys' minutes so well. That is something I'm gonna big up Maresca. As soon as this guy was bought by Chelsea, he was loaned out to Palmeiras, of course, because of work permit issues. They had to wait for him to reach the age of 18. Now, when he got to 18, he now was eligible to play for Chelsea. And as soon as he was eligible to play, Maresca did not just thrash him into the team, man, and say, you know what, go figure it out. No, he didn't do that. He managed his minutes well. In fact, as you remember, at the beginning of the season, he was in and out of the team. He'd play a few games. He actually have a few cameos here and there. But now it seems like he might actually make that position his. But now that means that what really happens to Pedro Neto? What really happens to Pedro Neto? Because Pedro Neto, the one who's playing on the right, so I'm sure it's if it's the question of who starts, of course Pedro Neto is the one who's gonna start. Esteva foul by Garcia, so it's a foul on Esteva, so it's a free kick to Chelsea. Free kick to Chelsea. He was actually assisted by Andrea Santos. What a goal, man. What a goal. This game has gotten away from Barca now. It's clearly gotten away from them. So I think for Chelsea, what they should just do now is just manage the minutes of players, man. Yeah, Asteva seems to have been not really gassed, but he's gasping for air, man. So Garnacho is coming off, Delap is coming on. So that means Pedro Neto is now gonna play on that side, and of course Liam Delap is now playing as the lone striker. Change. So that means this Garcia, goalkeeper of Barcelona, looks so shaky. I don't know why he looks so worried, man. Looks so worried. This is Frankie De Jong. Frankie De Jong coming forward. And you guys, make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you are new to the channel, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Do all that wonderful stuff. If you are a returning subscriber, do make sure that you support the channel by liking the video. So let me see whether there are any updated scores. Juventus have actually taken the lead. Juventus have taken the lead against Bodo Glint. So it's Juventus 2, Bodo Glint 1. And it seems like today so many teams are getting red cards. Barca have gotten a red card in this game. Villarreal in their game with Borussia Dortmund, they have gotten a red card as well. Just as I mentioned that Gurasi has scored a second goal for Dortmund. So it's now Dortmund 2, Villarreal nil. So Dortmund 2, Villarreal nil. So goal has been scored by Gurasi. So Rafinha is about to come on. So Rafinha is coming on for Lewandowski. So Fermin Lopez and Lewandowski are coming off. And then Rafinha and who's the other fella? Rafinha and Christensen are coming on. So So, man, keep forgetting, keep forgetting. So at least Rafinha is back from injury. That's at least on a positive note for Barcelona. Rafinha picks up the ball. This is De Jong to Balde, back to Kubasi, Kubasi back to Garcia, served by Cucurella. In fact, the Barcelona have played today, especially after they went down to 10 men. You can't really tell whether they are down to 10 men. And that is how you know a wonderful team, eh? That is how you're able to know a wonderful team. Even though they're down to 10 men, they don't just sit back and play a low block or just park the bus. At least they try and go forward, see whether they can get 1 or 2 goals. That's what Barcelona have been trying to do. That's why they have kept all their attacking players. Eh? But I'm sure right now it's just a matter of damage limitation because they don't really expect Chelsea to give away 2 goals. Less of serious mistakes by Chelsea. Chelsea today have had like 4 disallowed goals, man. Anyway, so legit, man. There are genuine disallowed goals, man. Anyway, Adeyemi has scored a 3rd goal, so Villarreal are down 3 goals. So it's now Dortmund 3, Villarreal 0. Yeah, Villarreal are gonna be put to the sword, man. They are going to be put to the sword. So now that they are down to 10 men. But it seems like Dortmund have smelt blood, man. Dortmund are behaving like a shark that has just seen a piece of prey fall into the ocean. Now they are going for them, man. And in Napoli have also taken the lead against Karabag. Karabag, the team from Azerbaijan. So Napoli have taken the lead. It's Napoli 1. Karabag 0. Who's actually scored for Napoli? Is it McTominay? No, that's McTominay. Oh, it was McTominay. I guessed. It's actually McTominay. Like this guy, ever since he left United, it's like he's putting up world class numbers, man. Reece James loses out. Don't foul him. Thank you. Yamal blocked off by Cucurella. Cucurella better be careful. He also on a yellow card. Don't give the referee a chance to even out this game, eh? Because I'm sure he'd love that, eh? Cucurella is lucky there. Pedro Neto holding back Lamine Yamal. It's not gonna be a yellow card. Nope. De Jong back to Kubasi. Kubasi is now Balde. Rafinha. What the heck is it? Yeah, Estava fouling Kunde. Who's being called over? It's Enzo. What did Enzo do? Why is Enzo being called over by the referee? What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Anyway, guys, make sure that you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Of course, if it's your first time here on the channel, do all that wonderful stuff of liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, do make sure you support the channel by liking the video. Garcia is De Jong. Plays it to the left to Balde. Balde coming forward. Why? He has fouled off the ball, huh? I don't know why these guys are giving away unnecessary fouls again. Do not give away unnecessary fouls, man. Whenever the game is like this, 11 versus 10, the referee is looking for any opportunity to even out the numbers. So, do not give him a reason to. So, Man City are still losing, man. So, it seems like City are done for. City are done for, man. They have already made all their subs, man. They have already made all their subs. Rafinha into the box. Well picked up by Sanchez. Immediately releases Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto versus Kubasi. Pedro Neto! Pedro Neto! Pedro Neto! What a save from Garcia. He actually went past Kubasi, man, with ease. Yeah, this guy's got pace to burn, eh? He has got pace to burn, eh? Well played by Pedro Neto. Even had a look up to see whether there was somebody in the box, but there was no one. So he had to go himself. Wonderful play from Pedro Neto. It's a corner to Chelsea to be taken by Reece James. Reece James. Reece James. James in the box. Flicked on. Fofana. Just hoofs the ball. Not really. Attempting the turn and shoot, but that was not a impressive finish whatsoever. And he's a centre back. What do you expect, man? Lamine Yamal. Is Kunde. Nice tackle from Santos. This is Enzo. Estevao. 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 Come on, man. Into the box. The lap. Headed wide. Chelsea have clearly capitalized on the man advantage. So, yeah, Barca Barca unable to get out of the moment. However, since Rashford came on, he hasn't really done anything. In fact, he hasn't had I think even one or two touches of the ball. I don't know why he's playing as a centre forward now. Like Barca are playing a 4-3-2. What? Actually, it's a 4-2-3. Because Christensen and De Jong are the two central midfielders. And then then Rashford, Rafinha, and Lamal are the forwards. It's actually a 4-2-3. By James. Barca, you better be careful, man. It's only that Chelsea have not really capitalized on the man advantage. But if they did, even be down like 4 or 5 goals by now. Pedro Neto, Caicedo, nice play by Neto. Yeah, still a very high line from Barcelona. So Pedro Neto coming forward. Enzo Delap, goal! Another disallowed goal. That's the 5th disallowed goal for Chelsea in this game. How many goals am I gonna say, man? I've said like 7 goals, man. 7 celebrations, man. Ay, 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 ay. Enzo might be onside. Enzo might be onside. Yeah, Napoli have scored a second goal. So, Napoli 2, Karabag 0. Oh, this goal is gonna stand, guys. This goal is going to stand. Let me check. Yep, it's gonna stand. It's gonna stand. It's 3-0. It's 3-0. Let me just even update the scoreline now. Because Delap scored one of the easiest goals he'll ever score. Yeah, that high line from Barcelona. That high line. Goal. Goal stands. There you go. Yay! 3-0 to Chelsea. No offside. No offside whatsoever, man. Yep. Wonderful play by Enzo. Wonderful run. He drifted wide to the left. He was unmarked. And then he rolled it into the box for Delap. Delap with the easiest of tap-ins. Keeper was not getting to that. Keeper was not getting to that. And finally, that high line from Barcelona has actually let a goal in. Because, in fact, Chelsea have had like 4 disallowed goals. And actually, 2 of them are off the high line from Barcelona. But this one has actually stuck. Yeah, because Enzo clearly timed his run very well. Because he was being kept on by, was that Balde on the far end? Yep, Balde was keeping him on side. Balde was on side. So he was keeping him on side. So goal stands, man. Yep, this is clearly a very impressive win by Chelsea. And you're not going to begrudge them this victory because it's not like Barcelona had bossed them from start to finish. Barca really started well. They pushed Chelsea back in the first 15-20 minutes. But since then, Chelsea have turned the stride. This Santos, Enzo, poor pass. By Kunde looking for Rashford by himself, getting all the boos, man. Of course they're gonna boo him. He's a former United player and he's clearly unwelcomed at Chelsea. Because he actually had a very, very impressive record against Chelsea for United. He scored a number of goals. In fact, his favorite opponent was Chelsea, especially this ground. He had scored several goals, man. But one that comes to memories, that free kick that he hit straight into the top corner. Was it actually a league game or was it Carabao Cup? I think it was a Carabao Cup. So, in the other games, City still losing 2-0 to Leverkusen. Dortmund 3-0 up against Villarreal. Slavia Prague 0-0 against Athletic Club. Juventus turned the game there. turned it around because they're actually losing to Bodo Glint. Now they're leading 2-1. Napoli, leading Karabakh by 2 goals to 0. And then, of course, Marseille, they have also turned the game on its head as well, because Newcastle had actually taken the lead, but Marseille came back from goal down to actually lead 2-1. So, I don't know whether they have done enough to secure the victory. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. For those of you that are new, do make sure that you support the channel by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. The lap, the run, the lap, the lap. Oh, Estevao! Estevao! Oh, Enzo! Ah, should have buried that chance. It was almost a fourth goal for Chelsea. Wonderful pass from the lap. He saw Estevao in the box by himself, but unable to capitalize on the chance. Gittens was actually brought on for who? Never noticed that Gittens substitution. Huh? Yeah, so Gittens was actually brought on for Chelsea. In place of who? Whom did he replace? Whom did he replace? Oh yeah, Pedro Neto. So Pedro Neto off, Gittens on. Lamine Yamal. It's being taken off, yeah. So Yamal and Balde being taken off. Who's being brought on? Let me see. Gerard Martin and Olmo. So Danny Olmo and Gerard Martin. So Lamine Yamal has been replaced by Danny Olmo. His Spanish counterpart, compatriot. The word you want to use there. This is Olmo, Rafinha. Rafinha with a shot. Rashford. Unable to tuck in. The lap, was he fouled? It's actually the one who fouled the guy. So it's the lap fella, man. Whenever I see him commit fouls, I normally get worried for him, man. Because remember, was it 3 games ago? He was actually back from injury. First game back from injury. Then immediately got a red card. Just like that. Chelsea had to look for plan B. So James is being taken off for Achampong. So Esteve also gonna be taken off, huh? Esteve also gonna be taken off. Estevao. Estevao has played well today. He's actually the man of the match. Yeah, Rafinha is going to him and telling him, man, you need to hurry up, man. Yeah, those two are also international teammates, eh? Because Estevao plays for Brazil and so does Rafinha. So Tyreek George. Tyreek George. Tyreek George coming on for Chelsea. Estevao off. Skubasi. Back to De Jong. Young to Gerard Martin. Martin runs it out of play, man. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Yeah. So, at least now the games are winding up. Still no changes in the other score lines. Slavia Prague still drawing 0-0 with the Athletic Club. Napoli still leading 2-0 against Karabakh. Marseille leading 2-1 against Newcastle. Man City still losing against Leverkusen by 2-0. Dortmund still leading Villarreal by 3-0. And of course, Bodo Glint losing at home to Juventus 2-1. But those are not official scores. Games are now well into the 80th minute plus. Garcia, back to Garcia, the goalkeeper. Gerard Martin, back to Kubasi, back to Gerard Martin. Young, nice play by Barcelona. Victor Baenzo, Caicedo, is Gittens. Gittens. Yep, ball was off. Rafinha last. So it's gonna be a throw into Chelsea. Just more about game management. You know, they're clearly not gonna lose this game. Surrender any kind of lead. Because you can't really say that anything can happen now. Sometimes when things happen, there are signs. There are signs that things are gonna happen. Best example, like yesterday, game between Manchester United and Everton. Yes, Everton won based on a very, very brilliant performance against United. But the poor performances from United were clearly evident. Even the games in which they had won through October against Liverpool, Brighton, and who else did they beat? And Chelsea. Could clearly see that they were actually lucky in those games. Then came November, games against Forest, Tottenham. They were lucky as well to get a point from those games. So even when they lost yesterday, you could clearly see that the defeat was coming. So you can't really say that these things are no, you don't know when you're gonna get beat. No, you do know, because especially when you try to do scam certain performances, there are gonna be days where no matter what happens, no matter what you do, your results are gonna catch up to you, which they did now with United in this case. Anyway, but they're gonna discuss United more on Sunday, so they play against Crystal Palace. So we are gonna discuss them further on Sunday. It's gonna be an interesting game, Crystal Palace at the moment have United's number, man. A couple of seasons ago, they actually won that game 4-0. Carella keeps it forward towards Gittens and loses out to Christensen. Actually, Bodo Glint have scored a second goal. So Bodo Glint have equalized against Juventus. So foul on Gerard Martin. Follows by Acheampong. Hansi Flick. It's funny it hard in this second season. Huh? And they say, especially a manager, if you survive your second season and do well, do know that at least you're not a really bad coach. Because been last season Barca was so sharp. They're blowing teams away, man. Scored so many goals, man. Goal upon goal upon goal. But this season it's like they haven't really had even like a decent run. Maybe like 4 or 5 games where they've actually won in a row. They maybe win two, draw one, then maybe lose the other. Then they go on a unbeaten run maybe of 2 to 3 games, and then they lose or draw. So their performances are also a bit inconsistent. Lamine Yamal has Barca have been unable to play their game today. They get into their rhythm, man. Barca have been unable to get into their rhythm at all. One like Cucurella. Bad pass. And then this game is over. And even just check the updated table right now because as far as this game is concerned, done for. Anyway, Man City official result. Have lost to Leverkusen by 2 goals to nil. So City have lost at home. Yeah, Pep thought that he could get a victory in that game, especially with a second string team, but oh man, doesn't work, man. So City have lost that game 2-0 against Leverkusen at home. So I don't know whether that does anything for their chances of qualifying, but that means that they may have to play in the round of 32. But City have a number of games to play. They're gonna go all the way to maybe game week 8 or the round 8 because it's actually round 5. So have 3 more games. Actually, Juventus have scored a third goal, so it's Bodo Glint. This game seems to be end-to-end stuff, man. So Juventus have scored a third goal there, so they are currently leading the Santos. They're gonna have 3 minutes of added. In fact, I even forgot to add them. Gonna have 3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes of added time. Chelsea doing all the olays now, and who can blame them, man? Who can blame them? Let them do all the olays that they want. But they are clearly keeping the ball very nice away from Barcelona. This is what Barcelona do to other teams. What happens if it's done to them? Carella, the Champong, Enzo, back to Gittens. Can they get a fourth goal? Gittens, Enzo Delap, the Champong, Caicedo, Carella into Gittens crossed into the box. Teasing ball into the box. Actually thought that somebody had gotten a touch, but it was actually deflected behind all the rushing players. Chelsea players who are rushing into the box to see whether they can get head down to the ball. That's it. Final whistle has been blown. Final whistle has been blown. Barca have succumbed to their biggest ever defeat against Chelsea. They have never lost by 3 clear goals. Their biggest defeat against Chelsea was now that Mourinho game, Rijkaard game that I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the stream, way back in 2005, in which Chelsea won 4-2 at Stamford Bridge. In fact, Barca had taken the lead. Actually, Chelsea had rushed into a 3-0 lead after 20 minutes. In fact, by the second minute or third minute, they had already wiped out their away goal. Rather, they are already leading on away goals. Because like I said, on that day, Chelsea versus Barcelona 2005, Chelsea lost the first leg 2-1 against Barcelona. Then the second leg, they lost 4-0. But at some point, they were leading 3-0. Goals by who scored? Was it Damien Duff scored? Yeah, Damien Duff scored a goal. Damien Duff scored on that day. Lampard, John Terry. Who else scored for Chelsea? Was it Good Johnson? Yes, and Good Johnson, yes. So those are the match winners. Then of course, I'm sure you guys have seen the highlights of that game online. In fact, like I said, that was one of the. If you guys want a sneak peek of what Champions League football is all about, and one of the best games that I've ever seen, especially of a knockout uh knockout tie. Not really the high scoring one, maybe at the PSG Barcelona game, no. But this one was pure tactical genius from tactical what? What's the word I'm looking for? Tactical masterclass from Mourinho. So anyway, I'm sure I may have mixed you guys up, but I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for mixing you guys up. But yeah, so that was all just to state that this is actually Barca's biggest defeat against Chelsea. Yeah, because in other times maybe they lost 1-0, 2-1, 4-2, but today they've actually lost by 3 clear goals, and nobody can take away that victory away from Chelsea. Nobody can take it away. It's fully deserved because Chelsea are already leading 1-0 when Barca are reduced to 10 men. So you can't really say that they scored the 3 goals because Barca are down to 10 men. At least Chelsea have showed people how to play against 10 men. Maybe they should teach it to Manchester United. Manchester United are the ones that were playing against 10 men yesterday. For 80 plus minutes, Everton played against Everton were playing with 10 men. But somehow United were unable to break them down. But anyway, we will discuss that further over the weekend. So, as far as the results are concerned, Marseille is still leading Newcastle by 2-1. That game is not an official result. That score is not an official result. Dortmund put Villarreal to the sword, leading 3-0. So the official results for today, earlier on, Ajax had beaten Benfica 2-0. Sorry, Benfica had beaten Ajax 2-0. Galatasaray lost to Union Saint-Gilloise 1-0. Bodo Glimt just lost to Juventus 3-2. Dortmund, Villarreal still playing, but Dortmund, of course, may have already won that game, leading 3-0. Chelsea just beaten Barcelona 3-0. Man City lost at home. The surprise there. A very changed Man City team against Leverkusen. They lost 2-0. Marseille still playing against Newcastle, still leading 2-1. Slavia Prague draw 0-0 against Athletic Club. And of course, Napoli have beaten Karabakh by 2-0. So they can get an updated table. Another Chelsea now climb into the automatic qualifiers, the round of 16. Yeah, Chelsea have now moved into 4th place on 10 points. Yeah, but I've actually played a game more than the teams that are in there. So, like I said earlier, tomorrow is the big game, guys. Tomorrow is the big game. Make sure you guys tune in for that game. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Top of the table clash, man. Those two teams are doing their madness in the Champions League this season. So, one record has to go. Both teams on an impressive 100% record. They have won all their games in the Champions League. So, let's see how that game is going to unfold. Inter, the only other team that is also 100% record, will also be in action tomorrow. So the victory for Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund now puts them in 4th and 5th respectively. Man City, because of that result, actually dropped down to 6th position. Newcastle, they already made their way onto the straight automatic positions, but because of that loss to Marseille, they've actually dropped to 8th position. So, but if Madrid and Liverpool win their games tomorrow, Newcastle are just going to drop out of the top 8 positions. As you know, guys, the top 8 positions automatically qualify for the round of 16, while the teams that are from position 9 all the way to 24 do contest a playoff. So, what's going to happen is the first 8 guys, the first 8 teams automatically qualify for the round of 16, the knockout phase of the Champions League. And then teams that finish in positions 9 through 16 are going to be seeded for the round of 32. And they are going to wait the winners of, other they are going to be paired against the teams that now finish from position 17 through to 24. So that means that every position matters in this game, in this league phase. Every goal matters because you make sure you strive to finish as high as possible in the league phase, because that could actually determine whether you play your first leg at home or maybe whether you avoid that round of 32 tie. So currently still early days. So this league phase is gonna go all the way until late January. So that is when you're gonna conclude the league phase. Because you're gonna go all the way to round eight. Round 8. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being part of this watch along. Just to witness Chelsea put Barcelona to the sword, but not by much. But anyway, fully deserved victory for Chelsea. Barcelona today, other than the first 20 minutes, I can't really say that Barcelona played anything in this game. They're just keeping the ball, but they're not really creating any chances. Yeah. So for tomorrow's games, of Copenhagen versus Kairat. Then you have got, of course, the other games that are going to be played tomorrow. Let me just update you guys on the games that are going to be played tomorrow so that you guys can know what to look forward to. So Wednesday tomorrow, in fact, already in Wednesday, we're gonna have Kairat Almaty versus Olympiacos, and oh wait, checking the wrong one. It's actually Copenhagen versus Kairat Almaty. Then, of course, Pafos versus Monaco. Those games are gonna be kicking off from 8:45, or if you prefer, 20:45 Kenyan time. 20:45 Kenyan time, African time. Then, of course, the other big one, Paris versus Tottenham, Paris Saint-Germain, rather PSG versus Spurs. That's a replay of the Super Cup that was contested a few months back, that was won by PSG. Then, of course, Liverpool, the very easy game against PSV. But that is, nowadays there are no easy games for Liverpool. It seems like anybody who comes across Liverpool just batters them. Then, of course, the biggest game of this year's Champions League so far, based on how those two teams are performing, gonna have Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. That's the game that are gonna cover. Then they're gonna have another big game as well, Atleti versus Inter. That's also another big game. Frankfurt versus Atlanta. Then Sporting Lisbon versus Club Brugge. Then Olympiacos versus Real Madrid. So those are the games that are gonna be contested tomorrow. So let's see how those games are gonna fare on, rather how those teams are going to fare on. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being part of the Watchalong. As always, do that wonderful stuff. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. And if you are a returning subscriber, do make sure that you smash a like on the video and just support the channel. Anyway, it's been your boy right here, Vinskey Valor. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I've clearly enjoyed today's games of football. On to the next games tomorrow that are gonna witness. Peace until then.